Hello dear chess enthusiasts. It's been a while since I crossed paths with Magnus Carlsen, who is currently battling it out in a chess tournament in the vibrant city of Lusail, Qatar. Today I'm excited to bring you an incredible chess match featuring Magnus and Stockfish. Enjoy the showdown. Knowing how to be solitary is central to the art of loving. When we can be alone, we can be with others without using them as a means of escape. Magnus started the game with d4, we have e6 d5 French defense. Magnus chooses to play Tarish variation. He could go with normal variation or advanced French, c5, and after couple of moves later we have center pawn exchanges. It is called Rd4 line, where Magnus could go for a bishop check, but he chooses to play 1800 rated move queen e2 check. He show beware in his mind that his opponent is Stockfish, not a Joker Levy or Hikaru. He wins a pawn on c5, but after castle, if you think of playing b4, try to neutralize it, then your queenside position will be weak. I will play rook e1 to target the pawn with the queen threat, queen runaway knight c6 to target it, so b5, knight b4 to occupy these key squares, queen c3 bishop f5, knight takes c2 is coming and you cannot capture the knight because of bishop takes c5 discover attack. So bishop d3 bishop takes pawn check, king slides knight takes, queen e7 to give him a check on e2, then queen e1 check, king g8 check takes, rook takes check will be a mate, so if you play g2 then after queen check king ups it will be checkmate in f2. Life teaches you a new lesson every day, if you are attentive enough in the class of life. So back to the position, we have knight b3 rook e8, b6 or bishop takes pawn are the incoming moves to maintain pressure in this diagonal and this file. So bishop e3 a5, try to kick out the knight, a5 knight a6, adding pressure to the pawn. Here best choice for white is to slide the queen and then prepare for castle, but Magnus Carlsen in his own decision, played knight e5. Maybe he want to support the pawn by playing knight e3, queen c7, knight back to d3, and I played bishop takes c5, did I sacrifice the bishop? Because he can capture back my bishop with 3 pieces, takes, he wins a material, but after d4, everything is falling in white's position. Here best move for white is to play bishop takes pawn, sacrifice the queen away and be satisfied with this queenless game, but Magnus played long castle, d takes e3, the knight is under attack, so knight b3 b5, b takes a4 is coming, and if you dare to capture the center pawn, then bishop g4 will lose your rook. So in this position, if you dare to capture the pawn with the pawn, then a4 knight d4 a3 will come. This is a very critical situation for white. King slides takes, queen a5, this position contains 9 advantages for black because the king is exposed to the queen, rook and bishop. Don't wait for others to bring the change, be the change and bring the change. So back to the position. If you dare to capture the pawn with your queen, then after f takes e5 rook e1 will create suspicious activity in the first rank, so bishop e3 bishop b7 to target the pawn. You do something now to protect the pawn. Okay, queen g5, bishop e4 queen h4 rook c8 takes, knight e4 to target the queen, queen slides knight back to c5, targeting this and this rook. Position will be over for you as black can capture rook if you slide the queen, and if queen lands on d2 then after takes rook e3. Rook will x-ray to the knight and the queen cannot capture the rook because of mate in 1, position will be dead lost for you. He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words. And chess friends, if you want to play like me and defeat Magnus Carlsen, then you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Back to the position, here Magnus played knight to d4, b takes a4, f takes e3 is not allowed, so he played knight b5 to pointing the queen, queen d8 rook d4 to target the pawn, bishop a6 to lasering the pieces, takes queen e5, attacking to the pawn and adding pressure to the knight at the same time. I am willing to capture the knight, so after the queen moves, I will capture the pawn with a check and the rook threat, so king slides on b1, I played a3, this is an atom bomb which I plant on a3, if white tries to capture the pawn, let me show you the variation, bishop takes b5 queen takes bishop, and rook b8, you queen will be trapped. Let me show you the another variation, if you move up the pawn, then after knight e4, I am threatening to capture the knight to give a fork on c3 square. Queen and king love story will be end, so white plays queen g4, knight d2 check, rook cannot capture it because of queen b2 checkmate, so king a2 knight takes f1 rook takes knight bishop takes b5 and that's it, I will win material and the game. Happiness often sneaks in through a door you didn't know you left open, so back to the position, we have c4, takes rook c8, the king is completely exposed there and I am threatening to move up the knight on e4, which will create thunderstorm in your position, b6 queen e6 to support the square for the pawn, if you dare to the pawn, then rook c3 will destroy you, even queen b2 can't defend your position as black will play rook b3. If you have to introduce yourself then understand that success is still far away, so back to the position, Magnus played rook c4, rook b8 to target this and this, rook a4 queen takes rook takes pawn, and after couple of moves later I am threatening to play a knight check, g4, knight check rook takes rook. So wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you soon.